Thank you guys all so much for coming tonight. Tonight is our week 2 of the 5 weeks to staying healthy during the holidays. And tonight we have 2 very incredible presenters who are going to tell us their journey throughout this program of changing their nutrition, diet, exercise, their mindset, and what all has happened to them, what they were like prior to starting, and what happened right before they started, some of their feelings and emotions about getting started, because that's a big part of this, is just saying yes and actually following through makes a big difference of how the program works. And then I'm also going to talk about week 2 and week 1, where you guys are at in the program and what to expect. So to begin that, let's just go ahead and kind of focus on how we have felt this week. Today is this is our first week really truly being on the program. If you started with us on November 7th, on Monday, we're actually on day 4. And if you're following the program, you will have done 2 shakes or 2 shake days and 2 cleanse days. And today is our second cleanse day. We do 2 at a time. Day 1 helps to remove the excess body water weight. Day 2 helps us to remove more toxins. And then tomorrow, for 5 more days, we'll go to our shake days, do another set of cleanse, and then finish out the month with shake days, unless you want to do another cleanse. And that's perfectly fine. But before we begin, most people kind of have a few emotions when they start thinking about doing this program. And as we talked about last week, it is a journey, and it's a mindset, and it's the desire to have some changes in your life with your health, whatever that may be for you. But a lot of people, before they begin or before they make the decision, or day 1 through 2, might be a little scared. They might be skeptical. They might be nervous. But then you're also excited and you're hopeful of what's to come. So we really hope that tonight you get to feel what these 2 girls have experienced, their emotions before they started, when they were in it, their results, and how they feel now. And don't worry if you are experiencing all of those emotions. They can absolutely happen. You may have all of those emotions in one moment. They may be throughout the day. You just have to go for it. And it is that situation where you just need to say yes and then make it happen and put forth your best effort. The great thing about Isogenics and our nutrition program is it is flexible, and I'm going to talk about that tonight, and it's forgiving at the same time. So however you work this, if you're extremely regimented or if you need some flexibility, this program provides both. Now, day 1 through 4, which is at where we're at right now, if you started with us, is where all the magic happens. And especially day 4, and you're going to hear that even from one of our speakers, day 4 is when she felt it. There's many things that occur during this time period, those emotions that I just discussed, as well as the different things that you're feeling. There's a lot of people will experience a lot of energy. They'll experience some energy that they've never felt before. I often hear from people that they cleaned their house or their garage, or they went crazy, or they did more things than they've ever done before in a day. Others may not be that way, and others may experience more of the detoxing effects, maybe some bloating, cramping. Some are going to have different blemishes pop out because you're detoxing. Sometimes people get cold. There's many different things, even some migraines and headaches occur. Different things that happen, whatever happens, it is temporary, and it's all because your body is working. Your body is going through different things to help you so that it can work to its best opportunity. And so don't stress about any of that. We have solutions for anything that might occur. And again, it's only temporary. What you're doing is so much more important than that temporary discomfort. The rest of the days 5 through 7, is truly when you start to feel this. So for some of you, that may be tomorrow. So yay. That's when the fog begins to lift. Better sleep begins to happen, and you're just feeling better overall. This is when it's really important to keep a very clean diet. And you just cleaned out your body. Now is the time that it's fresh and it's ready to absorb all the incredible nutrients that this program has to offer. So you want to make sure that you provide your body those type of nutrients. Eat really clean protein, eat vegetables, stay away from the junk because your body is clean right now. It's going to react. It's like putting the best fuel in your car, just getting your car serviced, and then the next day, are you going to give it the premium fuel or are you going to give it not so premium fuel? You're going to give it the premium because you just spent all that time, money, and energy cleaning it and getting it to run correctly. That's your body. Tomorrow is your shake day if you're following the program, and it really, truly will be the best shake you've ever had. So have fun with that. If things taste a little off, this is when that changes. And why that occurs is because if you started off in a little bit of an acidic state, day 4, day 5 is when your body begins to turn alkaline and a little bit more alkaline. And it just continues to get more alkaline and more alkaline the more you give your body, and the better protein and the better nutrients and the more water that you continuously provide. So if it was a little chalky in the beginning, for some people it is, some people it isn't. Don't worry about that. It all goes away, and usually by tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to quickly run through the program so that in case you're just joining us, you know how to do the program. If you've joined us before, this is a nice little update as to how to work the program. And one thing I do definitely want to state before we do the stories is that we are not here to say that this product is going to change, prevent, cure, treat, or take care of any kind of illness or disease. It is food. It's just highly dense, nutritious food that will give you those vitamins and minerals that we're missing from our regular diets. And you feel that difference. You're going to see with Christy the look in her face and the health that she now has, and it shows and shines, and the way that people look differently, but it's all happening on the inside. So to start off the program, I'm going to run through this real quick and then we're going to get to stories. But you always start off your day with an Ionic Supreme. That gets you started immediately with keeping your cravings at a low or a minimum all day, all night long. It brings up energy level. It just helps the fog to be lifted and for you to think clearer. Then you want to have a shake. You want to blend or shake, drink it right away. Keep it as plain as possible with ice and water. Having one of your accelerators, then a couple hours later, have your ISA snacks. These are little mini compressed shakes that keep blood sugar levels very stable. They keep you satiated for an hour, and they also take away cravings. But the great thing is if you're here for weight loss, they melt fat. So they look odd, they might taste a little weird, but they are fantastic. Do not skip those. Actually, try not to skip anything. This program is designed to all work together. If you skip something or if you don't do as much as you're supposed to, you're only delaying your results, whatever your goals are. For lunch, you want to have a very healthy lunch or a shake. And either whether you eat a healthy lunch or dinner, a great example of that is grilled chicken with a small salad. Be careful of your dressings, and some steamed vegetables. If you want to have some carbs, do some quinoa or brown rice or wild rice, sweet potatoes, different things like that. But we do eat food. We have 2 snacks a day and a meal plus our shakes. And so you're definitely going to be getting food throughout this program. Then in the afternoon, have your second accelerator and another snack. Different snacks that we love are vegetables with hummus, maybe a can of tuna. Brad, please close the door. Hard-boiled eggs are fantastic. Many different things, and the ISA snacks again. Then you either want to have your second shake or an actual dinner, and then right before bed, have 2 of the ISA Flush. They'll help you go to sleep, and they provide great digestion. And that's our program. It's very simple. It's very easy. It's extremely flexible. And next week, I'm going to really go over a bunch of tips and tricks, because now you've been in the program for a couple weeks, and we'll talk about how to really make it nice and flexible. The important thing is to make sure you get it all in. Make sure you do 2 shakes, 2 accelerators, 2 ISA Flush, minimum of 2 ISA snacks, and your Ionics, without a question, whatever time of the day. Also, make sure that you're always on top of your water intake. Christy's going to talk about that. And you are going to notice a lot of changes happening. Some may be subtle, others may be more visible. If you want to keep a journal, kind of get comfortable and familiar with how you're feeling. Some people like to keep like a feel-good journal, 1 through 5 or 1 through 10, on how they felt that day. Or if sleep is your issue, keep a journal on how your sleep was that night, or your energy level. Or if you're doing weight loss, take some before pictures, or better yet, even get some really tight clothes and put them on, and then keep trying them on as you continue in this process. But do different things to show you the changes, because it's easy to forget and it's easy to not see what changes you have made. And as you'll see from Christy and Jackie's pictures, it's very important to keep some journals on your journey and how this is working for you. Most importantly, stay off the scale. Know what you weigh, and know what you weigh before and after cleanse days, because that's exciting. But other than that, just stay off your scale. We build muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So that scale will mess with your head, and any kind of stress that you give yourself is going to create cortisol levels and not necessarily decrease weight loss. So please make sure you stay off the scale. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this over to our presenters and let you listen to their story. We're going to start off with Jackie Grohowski. Jackie, as she'll tell you, I met at an event. We did not know each other beforehand, and life for her has been forever changed. So Jackie, if you could share your story with us, please.
Sure. I'm just trying to get my right screen on here. Eek. Let's see, is there my name on the screen?
I'm going to find you.
Okay.
There we go. There we go. You're on.
All righty. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm a little nervous. Okay. So I'd like to share with you a little about my story and how I received something in life. This chapter of my story begins with referencing a very
Oh, and we froze. It does happen. She'll come back. There you go. Now you're back.
Switched off. Okay. It was at home and in bed. All the different medications that I had to take to help me left me feeling like a zombie and dragging. I was constantly gaining weight by trying to eat just to get energy. I'd give up and I'd just sleep all day, every day, literally. Well, over the years, I've gained a hefty 60 pounds. That was a lot for me. This didn't help what I was already going through. I want to share with you how I started my personal achievement of taking my life back. In March, I met Stephanie, the sweetest soul ever, at an event that my daughter was dancing at. Stephanie had a booth, and she was offering samples and information on this amazing product, right? Sure. Well, Stephanie believed in me more than I believed in myself. She kept in contact with no pressure and just always checked in with me. I had no money at the time, and it took me about 3 weeks to save up so that I could start some of the products. After 3 weeks, I contacted Stephanie and I gave in. I said, okay, sign me up. I'll try it for a month. The first thing she told me to do was publicly announce my goal. This would make it real. Others would know you and would hold you accountable. So on April 4th of this year, I publicly vowed on Facebook with a nasty picture to vow to lose 45 pounds now that I turned 45. And I began my life-changing program with my personal coach, Stephanie, with me all the way. Within the first couple of weeks, I released 8 pounds. I didn't exercise or starve myself. I think I might have still kind of sat around a lot. I changed what I was eating, but I couldn't believe the energy I had and how much clearer my thoughts were. And I was no longer in a fog. I felt alive and knew things could get better. Well, I didn't know just how good things could get. I was hooked, committed, and excited. That's the picture that went on Facebook. I couldn't believe the energy I was gaining every day. Remember how I said I would nap all day long? Well, in the first week, I would try to force myself to nap. But my mind said, no way. Get up something, which would normally just a little thing in the back of my head. But this time I did it all in one day, and I don't have a big place, and I still had energy, so I thought I'd get out there and try to plank, and I did a whole 30 seconds, but it was a start. Watch out, world. I was ready. This is real. 16 days into the program, I gave in. I just didn't know what to do with all my energy. So I joined a gym. Can you believe that? I went from sleeping in bed every day to joining a gym in 16 days. Now, miracles were happening. So this is just my before I started ISO.
Jackie, just so you know, actually, I think you might need to hit share screen. They're not coming up. And I know you want to show a lot of pictures. So at the bottom, it should say something like share screen.
Let me get back there. Because sorry about that.
No worries.
Share screen. And that one. Did it pop up yet?
They have not. Sometimes it'll take just a second. And it's not popping up. I might be able to do it. Let's see. No? Okay. We can always, oh, there we go. You're doing it.
Okay. Okay, so here's my before I got on ISO look. And here's me with makeup, I colored my hair, I was feeling good. And that's me on ISO. I was feeling alive again. I remember this day like it was yesterday. The first time I put on a pair of jeans that were too big for me. Hallelujah. This encouraged me even more. I started going to the gym at my place where I lived. First, I could walk only a mile, but I kept my focus on what my goals were, which were to walk 2 miles, have a skinny body by summer, and the confidence and energy filled with happiness. Yep, achieved those. And could not have done it without changing my lifestyle, starting with the mindset through personal coaching and following the meal plan. Let's look at my progress. As you look at the collage, the person on the top left was in denial, swollen, sad, eating emotions, insecure, tired, no interest in anything I love to do. The person in the middle, hide behind objects when you're forced to take a picture. We all do that, right? We're not going to do that anymore. The person on the top right, in less than a couple of months into my ISO journey, I had lost 19 pounds, and 10 of those have been in my face. I'm confident now in taking selfies. Person on the bottom, horrible picture, and I put that on Facebook. That was the day before I started ISO. I was thinking, this is never going to work. I don't even want to smile. Why am I doing this and putting myself out there? I was sad, eating my emotions, insecure, tired, no interest in anything. person in the middle, 6 weeks into ISO, my journey. I was seeing results, feeling excellent, and feeling confident, putting myself out there to meet people. And most importantly, person on the bottom right. No, that's not me now, but that is my motivation, my health and my fitness goal. That's a picture of me after I had my 3 kids. Okay, it was 20 years ago, but I didn't even realize how I looked. And I want to be this person again. I want to be super confident. I want to be fun. I want to be outgoing and just plain super. So that girl in the bikini is me. And that's how I hope to, that's my goal on where I want to get to by using the products. In a few months, I released 39 pounds. I cut down on some products because I went on a 5-week vacation to see my granddaughter being born. So I didn't have all my products with me. I still lost 5 pounds. Today, I have released 44 pounds and 18 inches. I'm down from a size 14 to a 9 or 10, and even a size 8 in some brands, which is huge for me. I feel awesome with my new confidence and energy, my clear mind, and fun, and I'm even back to work. I'm getting out of the house and I'm committing to events, just like doing this slideshow. Before, I could never do it. I wouldn't have the confidence or the energy. And Stephanie's persistence and caring support, which we all get when we join, it was just so easy to do. We all have favorite products, and my favorite product would be the isobars. Do you sometimes just crave a Snickers bar or your favorite go-to snack? Well, that's when I grab my chocolate peanut butter bar. They taste just as good, if not better than the Snickers. They're nutritious, and you can have it on the go. It is a meal replacement that satisfies your hunger. I always keep one in my purse, just, you know, in case those moments come up. They're so good that my teenager loves them. Now that's an endorsement. Look at her, she's loving it. My non-ISO tip for success would be to get organized and stay organized. Go to bed knowing in your mind what you have, what you plan to eat for your one non-ISO meal the day, for that day. I went out, as you can see, and I got like these little containers that I could put my ionic serving or my shake servings in. So I knew I had to empty all of those containers. I put out all my water bottles, knew how much water I had to drink each day. I had my snacks handy, like, you know, I was going to have oranges that day or strawberries that day. They were already portioned out. I was going to have some string beans. Those are portioned out, ready to go, and some almonds. And then at the end of the day, I had all of those things gone. What's really, really important is to let your household know what you're doing. Go in your kitchen and dedicate one spot on your countertop. And this is your spot. And let them know that mom or dad is only allowed to eat what's here in this area. So please don't tempt me with anything else. Don't try to offer me stuff. I'm going to eat just what's in my little corner. And it works. For me, I can visualize this is all I can eat today, or that I will eat. And I either am eating too much too fast, and I'm like, okay, get in the right mindset. You're not really that hungry. Or I can go through the day and go, wow, I didn't even eat my snacks yet. But it's important to balance everything out and make sure you finish it all. And then at the end of the day, like I said, your little corner is empty, and then you restock for the next day. So that's my ISO tip, to be organized,
Right.
and stay organized.
Thank you so much, Jackie. That was an incredible story. I'm going to switch it over to Christy so that she has some time to go over it. That was beautiful. Christy Harrell is going to share her story next. And so, Christy, if you want to tell us about your journey.
Hello from Alabama. Thank you so much for being on the call and using the resources to be your healthiest version of you. I applaud you for that. So I want to share a little bit about my story with you. So I'm going to take you back about 5 years ago. I started having some health issues, like constant fatigue, weight gain. I gained about 25 pounds over the course of not quite 3 months. Daily nausea, vomiting, different medications that I was on, and the list just continues on and on. Fast forward to the holidays last year, and my husband and I both ended up in the hospital. And it was at that point that I realized I needed to get serious about my health and about my husband's health. I wanted to be here to watch my children and my grandchildren grow and play. I wanted to be part of that. And I wanted my husband to be here to hug me for many, many years. I had been on the fence, just sitting in the group, watching for months. My friend shared her isogenics journey with me from day one, but I was still skeptical. After the holidays, I jumped in to my isogenics body journey with both feet. And so now here's where things get really interesting. As a result of incorporating the products into my life, into my lifestyle, y'all, I made it through an entire work day on my 4th day on the products. I drove home feeling good. I told my kids I was going walking if they wanted to join me. The best part is I cooked dinner without leaning on the counter, and I enjoyed listening to my family talk about their day instead of concerning myself with trying to stay awake till an appropriate time to go to bed. Because of the diet and the nutrition and the exercise, I no longer have to take any medications, and I have amazing energy. And I know some of you are maybe starting to feel that energy now, and then if not, just hold out. That energy is going to come, I'm sure. My favorite product is the Ionic Supreme. It's so amazing. It has a lot of good properties, a lot of good stuff in there, and it helps me to have that energy that I want, and then also to help with my mood. Ionics contains antioxidants. It contains trace minerals, adaptogens, and bioactives. And if you're not sure what those things are, you can go to the product page so you can find out exactly what each of those do. They help with fighting off free radicals, support energy and physical performance. And it also helps the body to better cope with mental and physical stress. So my isogenics tip for all of you is munching on fresh veggies. I sometimes hear that people are starving. They're not getting enough in, they feel like. So I'm not sure why you're starving. Raw veggies are considered negative calories. So prepare those. Like you heard earlier, you need to make sure that you have those ready and on hand, and you will be surprised how your body starts wanting those veggies instead of other things, and how it will help to be filling for you between meals if you need the extra, and you need the veggies anyway. I wanted to give you a little bit of the water. I know they discussed that last week. Just make sure that you're getting the water in, but start by first thing in the morning, drinking a glass of water, because that really kind of sets the whole tone for your body to get started again and get those cells pumping. So make sure that you start out first thing, make it a routine, go get your water and get that first glass in before you start getting the day ready together. Always, always, always be positive. It's not what you're giving up. It is the lifestyle and the health that you are gaining. So thank you for staying with me, and good luck to each of you.
Thank you. Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Jackie. Both incredible stories that are just so absolutely wonderful for you guys to share, for you to revisit your own story and to continue to share with everyone else. I want to thank everyone so much for coming on our call tonight. Makes such a difference to have each of you here. Please feel free to share this video. Please come back next week. Every week is different. Next week, we will talk about the next week of the program. And at that point, you're going to find how you really, truly feel, what products you have fallen in love with, and now you're ready to start sharing it with other people, because that happens extremely organically. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. We love you all, and we'll see you again next week, which will be next Thursday, November 17th at the same time. Thanks, everyone.